Next game, over to you, Mina. Juventus versus Venezia. We told you that Juve would win 2-1 last week. Both teams score and over. Juve at minus 475 and having to give up a 2-goal advantage against Venezia. Venezia, well, they're at plus 1400. I think the draw is redundant at plus 575. But the under or over 3. Under 3 goals here at plus 100. Mina, do I see 4 goals in Turin?
Yeah, that was the interesting one, actually, because from all the players, like the Lazio, Spezia one for me was a banker. Like, obviously they were going to win. Obviously they're going to thrash. But this one was difficult for me because sometimes Juventus can be extraordinary when they're feeling the momentum right now. But when you watch them against Sassuolo, I think it was hard work, to be honest with you. And they were going for a draw. So it shows that they're not really ambitious at the moment. They're sort of using it this time as sort of investment for the future and just trying to coast through. But Venezia are rock bottom. They have since sacked their coach. So there could be a bounce on. Now, I don't think this bounce is going to result in a win for Venezia, who are rock bottom, like I just said. But it is a new coach. It is the coach of their youth team coach. So they've brought him on and hope that he can do something or at least revive the squad at the moment. But I still think Juventus, when I look at the team and what I think of what they can achieve, Venezia is a good team to try to get the 3 points out of them and make sure they solidify their place in the top 4. But I think that Venezia will be strong defensively. Now, the reverse fixture between these two sides was 1-1, incidentally, and it was a huge game in which, at the time, Juventus were criticized for dropping points. And they do have these fumbles against some of these smaller sides. But I do see 3 goals and nothing more than that.
Yeah, and Venezia not to score, Matty, at minus 125. What sort of percentage is that? Because I see Juve winning this game comfortably, 2-0, 3-0.
I mean, the over 2.5 is graded at 28%, which is obviously really low. Mainly because of Juventus' home form, but both teams score.
Whoa, Matty, under 2.5?
Yes.
At 25%?
Yes.
But we're getting under 3 at plus money.
Yes, you are. That is correct.
Well, that's got to be out on everyone. We don't see 4 goals in this game, so that's a free hit for anyone at plus money.
Well, mainly the reason it's like that is because of how many 2-0 win Juventus had earlier in the season. I wouldn't really necessarily compare that as much to their recent form. And I honestly don't want anything to do with this. I don't want to take the under 3. I don't want to take the over 3. I don't even want to take Juventus team total under 2.5 because they could definitely be up 2-0 at halftime.
That's true.
If I was going to take anything for this game, I would probably take Venezia first half plus 1 because I don't think they lose the first half by 2 goals. I think it's probably 1-0 at halftime, but I don't think it's 2-0 at halftime.
Never think, actually.
Yeah, and so that's really the only thing I saw.
But has that bird not flown, Matty? Has that bird not flown that the price for Juve to be leading at halftime is going to be so bad?
The price for them to lead at halftime is very, very, very high. But the spread it's +1, -1. So, actually, wow, yeah, it's a little bit unplayable. Venezia +1 in the first half is -165. For them to score in the first half is +300. That's kind of crazy.
What about my play? Juventus.
Yeah, it's a certainty your play. If it wasn't you, I would steal it.
I don't think this. If this total was at 3.5, I would probably play the under. But just because it's at 3, I just don't really want to play it because I could see a 2-1.
But then do what Mina's done.
3-0.
Wait for this.
Yeah, I just don't have a whole lot of interest in playing this. But you have good numbers on the total, on the under being graded so high for this game.
Okay, Jonathan Nelson's gone Juve and under 4.5. Jonathan, why don't you just go Juve and under 27.5? Okay, Michael Makeda's gone Juve and under 3.5. I think we 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. So you either take Venezia at -125 not to score and just keep the freaky 0-0 on your side, or you go with I think it's what price? Let me just see this price. It's plus money, +110 for Juve not to score 4.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
Juventus to win via shutout, 1-0, is -115.
Exactly. So Juve
but Venezia to score.
But we don't know what this new
Minus
coach is
125.
like. What if he manages to get them to get a goal? This is what worries me. And against Atalanta, they scored a goal and it was chalked off, and they weren't bad, to be honest with you, even though they are like at the very bottom at the moment. It scares me that they could get a goal. That's the only thing.
Yeah, and even though that the over 2.5 is only graded at 28%, both teams to score is almost graded at 50%. So that's why I just don't have a lot of interest in this game.
Yeah, I love the fact that we don't see 4 goals in the game though, because Juve are desperado for the points.
Yeah.
So that they have to make sure. And Allegri, he knows the time of day. They go 2-0 up.
We do have a lot of desperados for points the last few weeks that haven't done anything at all.
I know.
So I'm a little bit off of that desperado train because
I know we were like that in week 2, Matty.
Yeah.
We were like that in week 2. It's now 33. Look at where we were. I've aged like 17 years in Serie A this year.
I have too. Look, my hair's turning gray too, Flash. Me and you both.
I know. Well, turning
you
grey.
lost all your gray hair.
I'm more worried about the hair that's jumping off your head and onto your top lip.
I love it.
Come on in. So let's have a little look at the official pick, because I totally agree with this. I think everyone in the chat does as well. Why I'm doing this, so Mitch says over 9.5 corners at minus 110. You see Juve getting 10 corners, Mina?
Yes, I can, but I've decided that I'm not very good when it comes to corners. I think
Red one go. Come on.
It just depends so much on the flow of the game, right?
Yeah.
So if Juventus come out and get two goals in the first half, I mean, your bet is probably toast.
Yeah.
Because then you're gonna pretty much be relying on Venezia to attack, and that's why I wouldn't do that. Maybe take a look at if there's a line for first half at any point, maybe take a look at that over like 4 corners, but I wouldn't take over 10.
I expect Juve. Juve are always stronger first half. They do come out the traps, but it's Juve and under 3.5 at plus 110. Love that. Remember, Juve win to nil is at minus 115. So we can get 3-0 and we get plus money. 1-0, 2-0. Also for Juve. Vlahovic score any time. I'm not so sure about your corners, Mitch. So maybe go digging for a little bit of something.